Hello, and welcome to Story Time with Catnap. My name is Catnap. I am your host. Okay, and today I'll be telling you a scary story about a man who wandered into an abandoned toy factory. You know, the one. And he encountered a tall blue figure with bright red lips and yellow hands. You know who he is. And this is where it all began. There was a man who heard rumors about monsters lurking within the toy factory. The man's curiosity got the best of him, and he grabbed his keys, and he went to the car and drove to the toy factory. When he gets to the toy factory, the doors were locked. And he realizes that he needs a way to get in to bust the myth that there are monsters in the toy factory. He breaks open his trunk and grabs the crowbar. The man uses the crowbar to break open the doors to the toy factory. And then he walks inside and finds a VHS tape on the front desk. He plays the tape, showing a video of the Poppy doll. Then after the video plays, he hears a train whistle, and he heads to the other room. He looks for the train, but he sees nothing but a pile of toys around the room. He hears the whistle again. And then the man looks up, and he sees a train with color patterns: red, green, yellow, blue. The man thinks that the colors aren't important, and he needs to find a way to get to the other room with the combination. Then he realizes that the train has the code. He puts in the code to the lock, and the door opens. He finds another VHS tape. He plays it, and he finds out that there is a grab pack. When he finds out that there's a grab pack, that's what the VHS was trying to tell him: how to use the grab pack. After the tape plays, the door opens, and he grabs the grab pack. He puts it on his back, and he gives it a try. Then he heads back to the front desk with the grab pack, slips under the security machine, and presses the blue grab pack button on the ceiling above the door. As the door slowly opens, he meets the blue giant, Huggy Wuggy. He looks to his left and he sees a door. He presses the button, but the door malfunctions. So what he does is, he turns to Huggy because he heard a jingle, and he sees that Huggy has a yellow key. He grabs the yellow key with his grab pack and opens the door, taking him to the electric room. He walks around the corner only to find a box with a handle on it, attached to the wall. He rips open the box and breaks the handle, and he sees a glowing knob attached to the box. He grabs it with his hand, and he wraps around electrical pillars around the room. And when he gets back, he touches the other knob on the other side of the room, and the power comes back on. But when he exits the room, the blue giant is gone. He goes to the place right behind where the blue giant was standing, and he uses his hand to open the door. As the door opens, he walks down the hall and sees the blue giant's long blue furry hand dragged against the wall. leading him down the hall to the room where the pipes are. He goes down the hall only to find another VHS tape. He plays the VHS tape explaining about the prototype. Or it could be a completely different person, but I don't know. Anyways, back to the story. After the tape plays, he goes up a flight of stairs to see a giant crane. And at the end of the room, he sees a glass box with a red hand in it. And he goes back to look, only to see a control panel for the crane, with only 4 batteries needed. Red, green, yellow, and blue batteries. He jumps down and looks for them. After he finds all the batteries, he places them into the machine, only to activate the crane and drop the blue hand. I meant to say the red hand. Anyways, get back to the story. When the glass box opens, the red hand is exposed. He puts on the red hand, goes down the treadmill, and opens the door. He enters the door attached to the treadmill, taking him to a second puzzle, or third. When he activates the second pair of treadmills, it takes him to the make-a-friend machine room. But the machine doesn't work, so he goes upstairs, power on the machine, and he makes a friend. After he makes a friend, he takes it to a door, because the door needs a toy to open it, because no one leaves without a friend. When the door opens, the blue giant appears from the shadows. The alarm goes off, and the vent opens. The player runs through the vent, turns the corner, goes up, and the blue giant appears in front of him. As the blue giant chases him through the vents, he needs to think of a strategy to defeat this monster. And then he exits the vent after a few minutes of running. And he looks up and he sees a box. He uses his hands to pull down the box. And Huggy falls to his death. Then he runs through the catwalks. And then he finds a tape talking about, yet again, 1006, the prototype. After he listens to that, he looks down and he sees a lemon for some reason. And he walks towards the flower with a door. He enters the flower room, only to find a plastic glass case with a puppy doll. He opens the door and the lights start flickering. And then the doll says, "You opened my case." And that is where our story ends. And also, to be continued. Thank you for all joining me. This has been Storytime with Catnap, and I will see you with part 2 of Poppy Playtime. I will see you soon.
Time to pack, don't you run away. What's in the box, is it Jack? Or just another face?